courts for this NBA presentation. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Ball is joined in the backcourt by Knipple, and it's Andrews in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bench. He can use his size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
Here's Knipple. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Miller outside. The 3 ball. Miller on the wing. And here's Knipple from the arc. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, consistency beyond the arc was a big selling point for Knipple. I mean, he's got really impressive accuracy.
Barrett passes to Skinny. Hurdle with a screen on ball. Blocked! Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Four on the clock. Here's Andrews.
Boy, that's great defense from LaMelo Ball. He has the length and the agility to be an outstanding defender. It's about learning to give it every single night on that end.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Barnes with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Outside Ingram. Hurdle with a screen on ball. Skinny passes to Pirtle. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, we know Pirtle very efficient down there. This guy has got great post moves and soft touch.
Ball passes to Speedy. Here's Knipple. Here's the 3. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Ingram. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them.
I think his frame makes it very difficult to deal with as a roll man. Pirtle can set a mean screen.
Here's Ball. He's been contributing over 15 a game. And here's Knipple from the arc. Andrews grabs the board. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, it was a tough one to watch. There were some bright moments, but ultimately their mistakes caught up with them.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
And so here is Toronto. After the basket by Charlotte. Fires for 3. Can't get it to drop. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. To the inside.
Boy, Miles Bridges showing you that he's not just a scorer. How about that pass and setup?
Raptors trail by 4. Outside Ingram. Pass to Andrews. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
The 3 from Ball. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. team is in the second game of a back-to-back. Do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Raptors trail by 6. Outside Merritt. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Andrews. From downtown. Fires in the triple. Andrews has got 5 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back over to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Oh, my goodness, the flare and the explosion on that finish by Brandon Miller. Look out below.
Here's Ball. No points so far. To the right side. Inside. Here's Andrews. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And when you think about the future of Knipple, if he can facilitate the rock, that will take him to another level.
Pass to Andrews. Back to Ingram.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort.
Great open look there. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
The shot by Ingram, no good.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Bridges passes to Ball. Rejected by Barnes.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And last season, the Hornets with the second most games missed to injury.
Always tough to overcome significant injuries, especially if it's a rebuilding team. And the other part of that, BA, is it's complicating their ability to evaluate the talent that they do have. All of that requires help. You hope that's on the horizon.
And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Here comes the Raptors wide set, which means we need you to get loud right now.
Here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Hornets. They're in a solid spot right now, 5th place. And, of course, there's Toronto, a couple spots down.
Right now for Charlotte, you have to acknowledge that they've really hung tough this season, avoiding a lot of the bumps in the road that other contenders have gone through.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Now here's Barnes, trying to make up for his poor performance in that loss to the Lakers. Here's Pirtle. No good again that time.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
To the middle. Here's Bridges. They get the rebound. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Barnes.
Well, I love that Miles Bridges uses an effective pump fake to get that defender right where he wants him. He'll get to the free throw line.
Charlotte shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, B.A., it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
And so he makes both from the line. And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to send home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
Miller outside. Ball outside. Pass to Andrews. And he goes in for the dunk.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Here's Andrews. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers.
In total command of the offense. The passing was insane, especially when you consider how many points he put up.
Now here's Barrett. Down by 15. The three. Knocks down the long K.
Now, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
Ball left side. Pass to Andrews. Pirtle with some nice D.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Outside Barrett. Here's Andrews. Hounded by Ball. Picked by Pirtle. Here's Barnes. With one on the clock. And the dunk by Pirtle.
This team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get points, but this is an easy one.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Barrett. 11 points for him last game against the Lakers. The shot by Ingram, no good.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Miller, the pass to Speedy. That shot off. Raptors trail by 12. Barnes with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Pass to Andrews. Back to Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. Barnes passes to Pirtle. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Andrews has got 9 rebounds now. Barrett against Ball. It's stolen by Pirtle. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Yeah, hopefully that settles them down after starting the game 0 for 6.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Adjustments are a part of every game, in every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute
change it up. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. Number 5, the Raptors.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
We've got 1:23 left in the first. Up top, White, guarded by Quickly. Clock at 6. And here's Knipple from the arc. Rebound, Toronto.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Down low. Cuts off the pass. Here's Salone, covered by Ingram. Pass to Diabate. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Three-pointer off the mark. Raptors trail by 10. Barnes with it. Yet to see a basket. And here's Ingram. And the deficit down inside single digits.
Just 2 for 8 shooting early on. Maybe that hoop will help build some momentum.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Knipple. 4-3. Rebounded by Ingram.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Outside Barnes. Launches a 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Charlotte finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
They've got Walter, and it's Murray Boyles in at the power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Salon, no good. Raptors trail by 8. Pass to Andrews from outside the arc. Nails it from 3. Andrews has got 8 points.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Here's Andrews. Miller outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Dick. And for the Raptors, they're shooting only 42%. Here's Andrews. He's guarded by White. Skinny passes to Dick. To the wing, right side. Here's Andrews. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to White. Here's Andrews. Fires from 14. Doesn't go in. Third miss out of 9 shots. Here's Andrews. Give him 8 points now. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
They set a pick. Here's Miller. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Because of the shooter Grady Dick is, obviously you want to try to get him to the free throw line as much as possible.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Just showing off his passing skills, White sends the ball right into the hands of a ready three-point shooter.
Here's Walter. Half to the basket by Charlotte. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Launches it from deep. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Andrews has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now here's White. No points so far. Pass to Miller. They set the pick. Here's Andrews. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And it's a 9-point Charlotte lead.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
We could celebrate tonight. You can't bring me down. Got my hands up. Play that song again. Take me higher, higher. Where I'm living like it's the weekend.
Let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now, but this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Andrews. Here's Diabate. Here's Salon. He's scoreless. Shot clock at 3. Andrews. Offline with a 3. Outside Dick to the paint. And there's a 3-second violation. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for him. Hornets leading by 11. Now White, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Here's Andrews, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
Here's Andrews. He's guarded by White to the wing on the left. Mamukelashvili passes to Skinny. He drops it from range. Andrews has got 6 here in the quarter.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period, 2 here in the second.
There's a screen. Now here's White. Defense on him. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The motor of Coby White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Coby will make those effort plays. 2.
First free throw is good.
And when you look at Coby White's career numbers, he scored 15 as a rookie. I mean, he's always been a factor offensively.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Raptors trail by 11. Pass to Andrews. Now Grady Dick. Here's Andrews. Lets it go from deep. Andrews grabs the board. Andrews is... Now here's Miller. He's closely guarded. Pass this along to the inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
For Toronto, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Now Grady Dick. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Counted from distance. Mamukelashvili's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, B.A. It's important to focus on what matters. All-star and multiple champion Draymond Green said winning has taken a backseat nowadays with a lot of these kids. They care about all the wrong things. I hope they understand that this league is about winning games at the end of the day. Back over to you.
It's all about results. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Substitutions. And this break lets us see the teams making the most of their second chances this season. The Hornets 4th.
One of the top second chance point clubs in the association. They really hit the offensive glass.
Raptors on D. Trailing by 10. Inside, Andrews, and down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
Toronto passing it around. Barrett passes to Skinny. Given that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Oh, about the dime. You love that unselfishness.
A true playmaker. When ball isn't creating for himself, he's creating for others.
Here's Andrews. He's got 13. Barnes with a screen on ball. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Bridges against Barnes. Bridges passes to Ball. Andrews, great positioning on the putback. Andrews has got 29.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
They had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Knippel. There's Ball with a 3. Drops in the 3. Ball's got 6.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Outside Barrett. Here's Andrews. Hounded by Ball. Hurdle with a screen on Ball. Shot to stop the run. And the basket by Andrews. 15 points in the game.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm, playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Pass to Knippel. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knippel is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knippel is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
And he hits the first of 3.
And primarily in college, Con Knippel was used as a floor spacer, a guy who is lethal from range. But he showed signs of being able to make plays and crash the glass as well.
And he's good on the second. The third. Raptors trail by 18. Outside Barrett. Pass to Andrews. Hurdle with a screen on Ball. Here's Andrews. Hurdle with the bucket. Hurdle's got 10 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Knippel. Miller outside. Three-pointer, Bridges. Hurdle grabs a miss. Hurdle's got 4 rebounds now. Ingram, pass to Barrett. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Doris, you really got to love Scotty Barnes' infectious positive attitude.
B.A., those players that bring joy every single night to their craft, it absolutely permeates the rest of the roster. Not only is Scotty incredibly talented on both ends of the floor, but he's all about team, and he's trying to win. And those attributes absolutely affect the guys around him.
First free throw is good.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The 4th pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
He does not get the second one.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Left-time Barnes. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Ingram against Miller. Just 5 on the clock. 17-foot shot on the way.
I'll tell you, his shot has not been there, but I like the fight he's showing.
Can't connect. Making him 1 for 6 from the field. Yep, that one goes. 6 points for Brandon Ingram.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Bridges. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Knipple, no good.
Oh, that is how you deny an open look with some in-your-face defense.
That one from long range. Andrews has got 18 points in the game.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Ball passes to Miller. Puts up a 3. Here's Andrews. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
52 seconds left in the second. Ball passes to Bridges. Down low. Down after the assist led him to the lane.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Outside Barrett. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. From deep, Andrews grabs the board. Andrews has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Pass to Ball. Here's Andrews, covered by Pirtle. And the basket by Andrews. Andrews has got 35 in the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's Charlotte in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. Well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey Jet, you get enough sleep last night?
Oh, yeah, actually, I'm a little tired, but you know, I'm a busy man, Ernie. You know, I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready. What are we doing?
We're on now, but don't worry about it. You can sleep behind the desk. Nobody will even notice you're gone. Hey, get him a pillow.
Come on, fellas, we got a job to do. Take it a little seriously, would you?
Bring me a pillow, too.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, obviously, they saw a weakness they wanted to exploit. Ran their guys to the offensive glass with great success, Jack.
Yeah, they also have the personnel to do it. Even when you block these dudes out, they find a way.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Raptors trail by 13. Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. Knipple and Miller on the wings. Then it's Miles Bridges. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Andrews in at the center position, locking down the middle. Now here's Barnes. 4 on the clock. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. And let's have a look at the two guards who have been the most efficient shooters over the last month. Fourth, R.J. Barrett.
And these guys are all assertive. They're willing to step up and take shots when their names are called. And this is what separates them from all the rest.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
And the basket by Andrews.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barrett. Off target from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Miller. And there's the screen. Charlotte needs to get off the shot.
Boy, the scoring has been a huge part of their success here. But this is not new, right? We come to expect this every night.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Ingram against Miller. Ingram, pass to Pirtle. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ingram.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Hornets leading by 17. Ball outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Knipple, guarded by Barrett. Knipple with a bucket. Knipple's got 11 points.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Outside Ingram. Andrews grabs the board.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Now here's Barnes. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Here's Bridges. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Ball no good. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Pass to Barnes. Outside for Ingram. They still need this. Andrews grabs the board.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Now Barrett. The 3. Ball with the rebound.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can energize your team.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Set up your move. doesn't have Greenland. Let's go!
To check out just how the points have been divided between the starters and the bench for Charlotte. Here's Ingram. 6 points for him. Outside Barrett. Barnes a screen. 6 to shoot. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Hornets leading by 23. Here's Andrews. Again, Charlotte.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Andrews. He's got 21. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Barnes a screen. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy is an exceptional athlete. That is above the rim.
Ball passes to Speedy. Here's Knippel. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
One shot.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Toronto has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. There's a screen. Here's Andrews. Sinks it from distance. Andrews has got 24 points.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Charlotte on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And that one's good. Quickly.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Primarily seen as a scorer, Emmanuel Quickly's defense is often overlooked, Doris.
It is, B.A., and I think the first thing about his defensive effort is important, right? He works very hard. His navigation over screens. He's very quick with his rotation. He's a really long, rangy athlete. Couldn't agree more about being overlooked defensively.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, it's always exciting to see a player with the hot hand. Klay Thompson knows a little something about that, and he said it's that flow state that any great athlete or artist, entertainer, tries to get into. The one thing I learned is you can't force those great nights, you have to let them just happen. Back to you, Brian.
I can only imagine what that's like. Thanks a lot, Allie. And Toronto has possession. The Hornets making their last shot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Quickly. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Quickly's got his second basket on the night.
That's about activity, determination, Quickly finishing strong.
And he lobs it to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Pass to Andrews. Hits a three-pointer. Andrews has got 6 here in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. These shooting guards have been great at the line. The court spot held by Con Knippel.
And two guard is a position where you'll find a number of great free throw shooters. These guys are the best of the best.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
Toronto on D. Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Here's Andrews. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Murray Boyles has got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Quickly. Here's Andrews. 27 points for him. Shot is good by Mamoudzashvili.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Pass to Knippel. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Skinny passes to Quickly. Here's Andrews for 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Knippel. Back to Ball. Let's go with a 3. And Charlotte another 3.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Quickly against Ball. Here's Andrews. On the wing, Grady Dick. 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Shoots over Miller. Dick with a miss.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Here's Ball. Can't cash in the 10-footer. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Andrews. 30 points in the game. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, Houston team.
Barnes is checked in. Here's Salome, guarded by Dick. They set the pick. And here's Knippel from the arc. Kept alive. Out to Bridges. Launches it. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Raptors trail by 19. Left side Dick. Pass to Andrews. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Salome. Well, the Hornets shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Rising up. Knippel really showing his verticality.
Here's Andrews. He's guarded by White. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. .44 seconds. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? And another one from Knippel. I mean, he's in a major groove tonight.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. A difficult situation for Toronto. To the paint. Here's Mamukelashvili. On easy two on a layup. Mamukelashvili's got 8 points.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Pass to Knippel. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
1 second left. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
And when it comes to adding sizzle to the steak, just watch LaMelo Ball, Doris.
I love that, B.A. Certainly, entertainment is a big aspect of this young man's game. A fancy dribbling, the no-look passes, the range on his three-point shooting. He alone can be the price of a ticket.
After being drafted by the Knicks with the 3rd pick in 2019, we're seeing some nice improvement from R.J. Barrett, Doris.
We are, B.A., and when he moved from New York to Toronto, there's 2 areas that really pop for me in terms of improvement. Playmaking. His assist numbers took a massive leap, and the other area, maybe the most needed, was his efficiency. He's a better shooter now from both 2- and 3-point range.
And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Well, the Raptors shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Quickly with the ball. Fires at the elbow. Jump shot is good.
Yeah, sometimes you have to flex into the mid-range. Emmanuel quickly ready to do just that.
Pass to Salah. Here's Andrews. And it's good. He hits another one. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Barnes passes to Mamukelashvili. Now quickly. Fires the 3. Pure from three-point range.
Oh, this is Quickly's game in a nutshell. This guy's thinking score as soon as he touches it.
Charlotte leading by 19. Pass to Salah. Here's Andrews. Barnes with the rebound. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Outside Ingram. Now Barnes, hounded by Ball. Outside Ingram, just 5 to shoot. A shot from the mid-range. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
Yeah, just going to work on the defense. Ingram using an agile move to beat him.
Here's Andrews, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Raptors trail by 19. Quickly outside, Barnes with a screen on Ball. And it's Quickly with a miss.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Pass to Salah. Here's Andrews. He's guarded by Barnes. And the basket by Andrews. Andrews has got 55.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for 1.
Defensive foul.
The Raptors making a switch here.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 1. R.J. Barrett.
One shot. One shot.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
Now here's Ball. And there's the lob. It's stolen by Pirtle. Quickly against Ball. Inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's White. Soft touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 18.
Oh, 2 physical points from White. I mean, just willing that one in.
Quickly passes to Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on White. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. And then Pirtle gets it to go. On the assist by Barrett. 14 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Pirtle with the block.
Oh, Pirtle, he is not having it at the rim on the defensive end. That is beautifully done.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Substitution for your Raptors. Dick Andrews.
The 3 from Ball. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Pass to Quickly. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Charlotte leading by 16. Salon. Ball outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over quickly. And it falls. Ball over the rim and in.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Quickly passes to Skinny. Oh, got a piece of it. Outside Dick. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's White. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 9 assists now tonight.
Yeah, the mid-range is a rare area for White, but he seemed confident that he could hit the shot.
Now here's Quickly. Andrews. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Andrews has got 35.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Pass to Andrews. And got it! Another basket!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. On the wing quickly. Pounded by Ball. Here's Andrews. Misses a 3. Hornets leading by 20. Here's White. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And one thing I love about White's game, he scores on all 3 levels. He is not afraid at all to go inside.
Here's Andrews. Puts up a deep 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Andrews. Covered by Pirtle. And the basket by Andrews. Andrews has got 59 points.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Pass to Andrews. Pirtle with a screen on White. Here's Andrews. And again with the rebound.
He's having as dominant a game on the boards as you will ever see. He might set a new franchise record.
He's controlling this game with his rebounding alone. If he breaks the single-game record, he's setting a very high bar. Quickly, outside. Outside Dick. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Now here's White. Ball outside. They set the pick. Back to White. Lets it fly. Quickly with the rebound. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Here's Andrews. Drills it from deep. Andrews has got 8 points in the quarter.
All night. He just won't let up.
First team foul. So for the Hornets. Miles Bridges checked in for Diabate. Miller comes in for Salon. And Knipples subbed in for White. Charlotte leading by 20. Ball passes to Speedy. Here's Knipple, guarded by Barrett. Out to Bridges. Fires the 3. And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Andrews. Back to Barrett. Toronto passing it around. And here's Ingram outside. It's money from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Outside Miller. Here's Ball. It's Bridges on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. 6 to shoot. Outside Bridges. Takes a 3. There's another rebound.
Boy, does this guy play hard. Acting like every board is his.
And would you believe he's tied the team record for most rebounds in a game? Unreal.
Second team foul.
side. 5 to shoot. Another shot. Rejected by Ball. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Raptors trail by 17.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
1:58 left in the game. Now Pirtle. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Here's Kniffel. It's stolen away. Barrett up top. Here's Andrews. Pounded by Ball. Barrett. Oh, he can't connect from long distance. Hornets leading by 15.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Hornets.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that's another one again.
A 60-piece. Oh, my goodness. And it's not his first of the year.
Well, he's tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. It's incredible. Kicked by Pirtle. Pulls it from 20. No.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early.
Again! What an avalanche!
That's good. Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it.
Andrews. 1 shot.
One shot.
And so here is Toronto. Right side, Barrett. The Hornets pull it in.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
It's stolen by Pirtle. Here's Andrews. Pass to Ingram. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. And here's Ball. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. As we leave, we present our player of the game.